Hi everyone. Are tutors affected by the COVID-19 lockdown? And if so, how do we cope with it? That is what we are going to discuss in today's video. So as you can see that this is a worldwide problem that we are experiencing, and we can see that it doesn't matter that we are a tutor in a tuition center, in a language center, in an enrichment center, or even as a private tutor. This is a question that really affected all of us. So let's look at some of the articles that mention about this. I just highlight to you one of the news article. According to the Malay Mail, 3rd of June 2020, it says Malaysian job losses could hit over 2 million, new survey finds. The survey, conducted in May and involving 5,000 participants, indicated that 1 in 5 Malaysians who were previously working have lost their jobs due to COVID-19. Yeah, I think this is a worldwide problem. Even in America, we noticed that more than 30 million people are out of jobs and they are seeking unemployment benefits. And what about us as tutors? Are we affected? Well, according to freemalaysia.com, on the 17th of April 2020, it mentions tuition centers appear to be the biggest losers following the government's announcement that 2 major school examinations, that is referring to UPSR and PT3, which is for Standard 6 and also for Form 3 schools, had been cancelled. Many have already been reeling from nearly zero revenue since the partial lockdown started on March 18th. So this is what's happening in Malaysia. We are sure that in all around the world, people are affected by this crisis per se. So how do we cope with it? Do we just keep quiet and become nervous about it? Oh, I got this problem with work. What should I do? Should we just become petrified, nervous, and do nothing? Well, just to give you an illustration, I can think about a mouse. So we know that mouse enjoy eating cheese. So you can imagine the mouse is trying to eat the cheese. The mouse has found the cheese. So he continues to eat the cheese, and then one day the cheese is no more there. So what does the mouse do? Does the mouse just say, oh, I'm all nervous and keep quiet and did nothing? Well, we can be sure that the mouse will start searching for other alternatives. Okay, we cannot find any cheese over here, so I'm going to go to another place. If we cannot find cheese over this side, I'm going to go to the other side. So the mouse will keep on searching until finally the mouse managed to find a big mountain of cheeses. And then the mouse become really happy and it continue living. So same as us, if we are a private tutor, we are a tuition center tutor, or we are working in an enrichment center, so probably most of us are out of job at the moment. So how do we with the mouse? We try to find alternate ways. So what are the alternate ways? Well, I have some good news for you folks. According to the vulcanpost.com, on the 28th of May 2020, 11 jobs that will be high in demand in Malaysia after the COVID-19 pandemic. And there are actually a list of 11 jobs right here. So one of the job in number 10, it says online teachers and tutors. Online learning is now the trend, and many institutions have made the necessary transitions from offline to online in a bid to keep up education. Parents who have shunned online learning in the past may be more open to its conveniences now. So even if children go back to schools, their tuition may take on the form of online tutoring. So there is the opportunity that we can go for, which is online tutoring. So the question is, how do we go about doing that? By the way, folks, with all the articles, if you want to find out more about it, I'll be in the link down at the description box. So go back to the issue, how do we start with online learning or online teaching rather? So actually there's two types of clients here. One is the government school students, the other the other catering for international students. So for the government school, basically we can buy workbooks. So for example, if we get someone who is interested that is studying in a government school, we can get workbooks. Where do we get the workbooks? We can go to bookstores, for example, MPH bookstores or popular bookstores. So we can go there and get the workbooks and 2 copies of the workbooks. So 1 copy for our use and another copy for the student. So with this way, we are able to do online teaching. But having said that, we of course need to have the basic gear to do online teaching, such as a laptop, a functional webcam, or probably with the mobile phone as well. If you are using a smartphone, then it will be really easy to just use that for the moment. And then as time goes by, when everything goes back to normal, we can start working as private tutors and tuition centers and so forth. So actually, in order to get the students, we need to advertise. Actually, I have another video that gives us some tips on how we can advertise and find students. I'll try to put it in the link in the description box below. So that is what we can do. And when we are talking about international students, so we can do online tutoring as well. I would suggest to go for conversational languages. So you can set your own topic. So for example, for one lesson, you may want to discuss about greetings. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Very basic stuff. And then the second lesson, you might want to discuss about how to go shopping, what are the words that you need to use when you're going shopping. And then probably the third topic, you might be talking about restaurants, everything about restaurants. So that is a good idea. So hopefully you will you will benefit from it. When it comes to online tutoring, we can go. There are so many apps right now. I mean, we have Google Meet, we have Zoom conference. So all these are avenues that we can use to conduct lessons online. And I must say that if we want to earn more money, we can even think of venturing into group lessons. So imagine if you have 10 students, 15 students, how much money you will earn per lesson. So hopefully we'll be able, as tutors, we'll be able to cope with the crisis right now, and hopefully we'll be able to fare better after all this, and all the best to all of you.